So with that, I'd like to introduce Bill Griffiths from Montgomery County, Maryland.
Thanks, Clay. Appreciate that. So for us in Montgomery County, reaching out to XLHybrid was really turned out to be a great opportunity. For us, we were facing some real challenges here. We had replacement backlog, challenges from fiscally where our county is looking for us to reduce our fuel spend. And when we put together our strategy, we said, how can we do all this? Well, for us, we committed to a 20% reduction in petroleum over 5 years. Coupled to that, we also committed to a 30% reduction in our emissions by 2030. And we also said that as we replace vehicles, we're going to try to accrue fuel economy by buying the most fuel-efficient vehicles for each class. As we did that, we would try to optimize the fleet. As we were replacing our vehicles a year and a half ago, we realized that we had this segment of our fleet that there wasn't a lot of opportunities for alt fuels, and we started doing our research and we came across XLHybrid. For us, I have roughly about 115 3/4 to 1 ton cargo vans that were being used in a multitude of applications, anywhere from facilities applications, plumbers, electricians, recreation use for transporting kids for activities and school programs, from our correctionals and our prisons, transporting people back and forth to court. These vans getting, different duty cycles, different applications, and these vans were getting, in my opinion, really poor fuel economy. And when we started looking at options, we came across XLHybrid. And Rick just really embraced what we were looking for. We were looking for something that was going to help us reduce our costs, reduce our petroleum, and reduce our carbon footprint. Rick brought out a vehicle out for us. We were able to demo it. And what I found amazing about the XLHybrid application was there was no modifications to the vehicles. There was no driver training. As a fleet manager, one of the challenges you have when you're implementing alternative fuels is when something goes wrong with the vehicles, the operator automatically blames it on alt fuel. Oh, it was biodiesel. Oh, it was CNG. Oh, my vehicle broke because it was electric. With this, there is no driver training. It's plug and play, no modification to the vehicle. And the best part about it is, for me, we make our decisions based off of data. The XL Link program that XLHybrid has is amazing. Every month, they're sending me a report that literally gives how far the vehicles drove, the increase in fuel economy, all the optimizations in the duty cycles. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. Earlier, I think it was Rick when he talked about, other hybrid modifications that have happened from other manufacturers. And I can tell you, speaking from experience, I was one of those fleet managers that went out and was really looking to try to maximize hybrid applications in my fleet. And those vehicles spent more time out of service. I have 10 vehicles in service right now. All 10 of those vehicles have a combined total mileage over the last year of about 157,000 miles in service. And we've only had one service interruption during the whole time we've had that. I've seen a 27% increase in fuel economy. We're projecting that every vehicle is going to see a quicker return on investment. We initially programmed this out at 8 years. We're expecting to see a return on investment now in about 5.5 years. The other thing I wanted to talk about was customer service. As a large fleet owner, partnering with someone that's going to be there to support you, whether it's from data, whether it's for warranty, whether it's for parts, I know that I can pick up the phone and XLHybrid is going to be there for me. I know Rick is just absolutely amazing. He's always checking in, making sure I get my monthly reports on time. And I've been so impressed with this whole thing that as we go in our next fiscal opportunity, I think we just ordered 10, and we're looking to expand our XL fleet. I can tell you that we have not had any tire issues. All 10 of our vans have been in service for well over a year and over 150,000 miles combined. For us, there was a number of factors, meeting our green strategy requirements and fuel economy increases and lower emissions. But for us, really the deciding factors were a couple of things. No modifications to the vehicle was a really big deal. An impact to the vehicle's warranty. We installed these on new vehicles, and I didn't need to have warranty issues where there was a bunch of finger pointing going back and forth. I think that's a real selling factor. I mentioned it earlier that we're a pretty data-driven organization, so we made it a requirement that we needed to have telematics support and provide that real-time data, in which this is a product that does. I mentioned earlier strong customer service. We partner with everybody that we buy vehicles from, and XLHybrids has been an outstanding partner for us. And a real thing, and I didn't mention it when I talked earlier, and I think Rick talked about it, if the system does go down, my vehicle doesn't go out of service. And I think all of these factors add up to return on investment, but we're seeing that in the form of lower fuel costs, lower emissions, lower maintenance, again, no driver training needed. So we're seeing a strong ROI. So that's really all the reasons why we selected them.